So, take 3, Heroes of the Lands tutorial. Oh, my controller's working. Timing starts when you gain control of Gold Moon. So this beginning part, you can just hold A to get through the characters. After Raceland here, you want to start holding up and tap A, because that'll get you through this door as quickly as possible. But let's go back here. Basic controls. This game is going to be a whole lot of holding up left and right to run. While you're running, you can hit A to jump. When you are fighting stuff, B will start swinging. It also has how you throw spells. Start doesn't really do anything out here. Select will bring you into the menu. There's only a few things you're going to do here. Hero select. Choose that. Choose 2 characters. And they'll swap positions. Magic user spells is all Raceland stuff. This guy here. Almost never use that. I should probably close my printer bed real quick. Yep. So Raceland magic user spells, never use them in the run. Clerical staff spells, is whoever's carrying the blue crystal staff, which only Gold Moon and her fiance here, Riverwind, can use the staff. Riverwind has very limited selective spells. But in the run, the only spell we ever use is Protection from Evil, which prevents you from taking damage from touching any of the enemies. The dragon's acid breath will still hurt you if you get hit by the breath, but the dragon itself will not. This lets us get through a lot of enemies pretty easily. There is a slower, generally, but also less safer run that just uses a hold person, which will work on everything in the game. And when a monster is held, you can walk right through it. So it does, over the course of the run, it takes more time casting this on all the enemies, but you can get through them pretty quickly. So, you know, doing that is definitely safer, earlier option. But, alright, so hit B. If you keep hitting B in the main menu, this happens, so you have to select to get back out of it. Alright. Where did the maps go? There's the map. Alright, yeah, there's the map. So the map's a little confusing, but if you think of going through the doors, like right now, we're facing east and west. You know, walking north, east and west, north and south of the doors. So we hit north. Now we're walking south and north, and east and west is just where we were facing. So we're in the same spot on the map. We just pivoted 90 degrees. All right. So this first section. This routing is a couple seconds faster than some of the other paths you can take, and a lot faster than others. Always going to be holding up and left and right to run. You can just hold a directional and you'll start running eventually, but obviously just being able to start out and run's a lot faster. And you can't jump without running. If you hold A, you know, eventually it'll start jumping when you're fast enough. But I guess while we're here and safe, one of the biggest time savers that I think it was K2 who found it, is it takes about 5-6 frames of holding the directional before it'll read an input to go through the door, or before it'll let you go through the door. What's cool is you can jump, and while you're in the middle of the jump, you can buffer that input. So in the run you see you jumping, and holding a direction as soon as we jump, because that'll buffer going through doors. It doesn't matter what's going on, and the second you hit the ground and are done jumping, and buffer that all, you will go through the door. So that is one of the big things that will save you a lot of time in this. Optimizing that for is just getting used to like what pixel can you jump and land at the very edge of the door you're trying to jump into. But that's just saving frames at this point. So yeah, so when we're running this way, if you're running and don't stop running, traps will generally not hit you. Like, so we have enemy here. You see the bottom left. I should probably get rid of the frame so we can see things. Stop. When you're in the menu here, it just pause the game, basically. Display. Counter. Alright, let's get rid of that so I can actually see things. Alright, so you can see the bottom left of the input display. We have combat. That's when you hit B, up or down, or down left. It'll hit them in different spots and they'll stab at you. So that's fighting, but most of the guys you can either jump or run through. Like that. And again, you know, if you run, traps will hit you. We are not picking up any items in this routing and run, except for the discs at the very end. So what I'm doing here, so I jumped before going into the menu here, like I'm trying to jump through the guy. And I'm going to swap out Gold Moon to the back row here. Because at the end of the run, we just have Gold Moon and these other three guys just hanging out. We need Gold Moon and the Blue Crystal Staff. Riverwind can also throw it at the dragon at the end here. We put Tanaris in the front here so he can start tanking and save on Gold Moon's hit points. But when I hit select, I should be on the other side of the guy here. So I jumped, I hit select before the guy. That is a trick you can use to. It's definitely not as fast. I keep screwing this one up. Some of the doors are, you know, up or down only, and some of them you can go either direction, and it doesn't matter. But we go to there. You just follow the routing I just did, the doors I just did, and it brings you here to the second floor. You have to hit A to clear that. We're gonna run at the troll here, just jump right through him. Sometimes that works better than others. A lot of times you'll overshoot that if you're jumping again, and it's still faster to jump at it. This door right here is the waterfall, which heals all of your party's current hit points. Obviously, it's just a time loss in the run. If you're practicing and want to get your hit points back, just for some safety, you know, you can pop in here. You can mash A to get through it, and once you're out, all your hit points are back. So I'm gonna keep running left here. There's another trap. It'll miss us. This pit right here is our first real difficult spot. Because you have to jump over at a very specific spot. Or you have to jump at a very specific window. There's not a lot of frames, or not a lot of pixels that you can jump without falling off, either off of this side or the other side. But you can see how all these stones are the shape right here, has the one dot and another dot. We need to jump, follow the mouse here. We need to jump when our foot hits this dot right here. Anywhere between these two dots you should make it. But you really want to aim for here. That's my visual cue to hit A to jump. You know, this is also throwing spells up. If you get hit by one of those, you will get hit and fall down the pit. I did have a weird thing happen once where it actually saved me somehow, but it was weird. When you enter this room, if you are just running, you should not hit those spells. So sometimes going in and out of the waterfall will mess with that timer, but we're just gonna run, hit the pixel jump, and we're gonna hold jump here so we can get through the draconian as best we can. I've done a lot of messing around with task commands. I gotta hit that deposit to try and see optimal ways to get through this guy, because it does seem to be rather random if your first jump gets through, if you get hit a bunch. I have found that sometimes, like when you land, if you stab and then jump, you'll get through him pretty consistently, but it also is not nearly as fast as if you just manage to jump a second time and get through him. But we get through him, we're going to keep running, we're going to do another jump. So yeah, we see this door here. There's going to be another Draconian that's going to spawn right here, but we're going to jump at that doorway and buffer the door input. So when we land, we're going to get stabbed probably, but we've already buffered the input, and as soon as our feet hit the ground, we're going to go through the door and not have to worry about the guy. So boing, holding up, and I land on the guy and go through the door. So again, more running. There's going to be some arrows that shoot at you here. There's not much you can do about it. And again, jump into the doorway. Another ghost guy, jump at him to get through him. Sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't. And here's where we run into our first dragon that we're totally going to ignore, because we can just jump and hold up and go away from the dragon. We're going to go right. This guy, he won't always cast magic missile, and a lot of times you can just run through without having to jump. Sometimes you will bonk into him. Here's that pit again. Those are scary. Oops, I don't want to do that. So again, when you're coming from this angle, you really want to jump, you know, by this top dot here. As your jump will land you here. And sometimes you run a little bit and jump. I actually got through that guy pretty well. And sometimes just jumping again will get through him. But again, all these guys have a really, doesn't seem to be a consistent hitbox, and it's sort of hit or miss whether or not you'll fly through them or bump into them. But the hope is you'll fly through them. So keep running here. There's going to be another ghost guy, transparent guy. And we're going to treat him like everybody else and just jump through him. And we got one more door we're going to jump into. And you see I jumped a little early there, so I didn't hit the door entry. Right. Now this room's great. Everybody's going to die. What you're hoping for here is for Raceland and Storm to die at the same exact time. And that's bad. Okay. So protection from evil. Notice he's not hurting us anymore. Dragon breath will still hurt us, as you may have seen there, but we can jump through the dragon without him eating us. This room, everybody's favorite. I am just going to heal for safety here. Ideally, you don't want to do that because it takes time, but if you need to complete the run, it doesn't take a huge amount of time. But this room's tricky because as soon as you come through the door, you have like that much space before you have to hit A. Because if you miss that jump, you die. Golden's gone, game over, gotta reset. So this room I find is one of the biggest spots where I have to reset the run if I miss that jump. And I feel like I miss it a lot when I'm not running. So time starts when you gain control, so you could save a little bit of time on the resets by going here and just going to new game. Okay, hold up. You don't have to go through all the portraits. Come on. I didn't hold down long enough. Clear it in, run, skip that door. These guys are usually the hardest to jump over. Up here. Let me go. Usually outrun this guy's spell. And first sword up. I'm gonna show you to clear that. Jump through the troll. Hold down. So yeah, jumping through the troll like I just did is kind of what you're hoping to happen. And hit the pixel, go jump. Stab twice, that's fine. Run. Boing. Pulling up, even though I got stabbed. Looks like I got away from the door and I got stabbed. it did the input to go through the door as soon as my feet hit the ground, which were at the door. One arrow, that's nice. It's nice because it saves a few frames from getting hit more than once. Run, 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 ignore the dragon. So Daenerys is almost dead, which is fine. Right through him. I noticed a lot of times Stern actually kind of has trouble with that guy and doesn't walk through him, or Daenerys can just walk through them, so I'm not sure if it's a little bit different to the hitbox or some of the character stats play an effect, but or just coincidental. Alright, so there really isn't a lot of ways to avoid the damage here. Jumping can help. Alright, good. Boing. Over there. Alright, suck. Alright, getting past the dragon without protection from evil is possible, but it is not. There we go. Not the best. Jump on the dot. Jump on the dot. Jump on the dot. Get rid of you. We don't want him on this floor. It just saves a lot of time, then I have to menu off of him, and killing him is faster. So, Dragon Room. I like to combine casting Protection from Evil with trying to get the menu jump over the guy trick at the same time. So this is kind of a maze. There's the first door we want to go. These spiders are great. You can just run right through them except for one of them. One of them is a jerk. But yeah, go right in the dragon room. You have to go left here. Now we don't want to fight the trolls, so we go this way. We're going to go this way because we have to. Ghost room. Run through the ghost. He doesn't actually do physical damage to you. We're going to go south here. Turn south. Another spider. You can just walk right over him. Skip one door. Skip two doors. There's the cane. Jump through the guy. Alright. This is a time loss if it happens, but it also saves you from a reset. Riverwind is Goldman's fiance, so if Golden gets low, this happens. Riverwind will jump right up and take her place. So, a little bit annoying when it happens, but it happens. So I got a full hit point guy. I'm just gonna run through here. Gonna put Goldman back in the front, because ideally that's where we're at. And Cure Light Wounds just to get back to the full. Alright, so we jump through that troll. There's only one doorway here. I gotta jump too early. So, this is our first pixel. Just turn around, hold up A and jump, and turn back around. You can see this would be the point where I want to hit A when I'm running, to jump at the earliest pixel there. Alright, so we go through that door, we want to take this first immediate turn, and it's a dragon. Come in here, Protection from Evil, go out of the menu, jump over the acid breath, jump through him, and jump to the door. Another ghost. They actually don't have physical damage to you, but they will shoot the stuff at you. Go through that first door, jump through guy, and up here is the annoying spider. Going in a low stab on him and then trying to jump over him usually is the most effective. There is a pixel where you can successfully jump over him, but a lot of the time he will just keep hitting you and preventing you from moving past him. Which is awful. So, go in our only door option here. Run through the ghost, because they don't do physical damage touching them. Unless you hang out for a while, then they will start hurting you. Jump through troll, because we're healthy. If we're not healthy, ow. You'll want to cast Protection from Evil as you're jumping through him. Which makes the next room a little tighter, because there are two more trolls you gotta jump through. The spell can and will last through them. But we want to go in this last door. We got troll number 1. We do Protection from Evil now. Get through him. We got troll number 2, buffer the up, and we are in Dragon Room. So nothing's abnormal here until you get close to the dragon. The screen will blip and he'll start moving. So I'll go over one of the basic controls here. That's in order to use your ranged weapons, you have to actually use the item. You can see now Tasselhop is using the sling. Goldman's always using the staff, so you don't actually have to use it here coming up. But he's got a hand axe to throw, he's got a quiver for arrows. Unless you use it, they won't do anything with them. So when you hold B, you'll start throwing your thing. You use a ranged weapon. It only works outside of combat. You hold up, you'll shoot up. You hold down, you'll shoot down. Or down, right, and upright. You actually do have to hold upright and down, right. Up and down, you'll just swing straight or shoot straight. And that is important because we're going to throw our staff at the dragon. As soon as the screen blips, you want to hit B, throw the dragon, staff goes boom, so does dragon. I am still holding upright to keep running, so that will get me ahead of most of these traps. Oops, hit select too fast. When you get to about here, you're going to want to jump, hit select, take the discs of Mishakal. What do they call them? Mishakal. Discs of Mishakal. I don't know. I never say these aloud, so it's kind of weird. You hit select. A timer starts pretty much as soon as you beat the dragon. And you have until that where you get teleported out. That's when time stops as soon as you lose control of the character. Like the first frame of the swirly thing. And if you have the discs in hand because you picked them up, you win. If you left the discs there, then you lose anyway, even though you beat the dragon. So, in order to get the good ending, you just have to make sure to pick up the discs in the like 20 seconds or something you have after killing the dragon. So that is the run basically. Hit A, go through these. Yeah, so that was a bit longer than I thought for a video, but let's tack on an extra run here at the end just to demonstrate stuff. Yeah, alright, I'm just going to reset this. So I'll go through real quick and show the hold person route option, I guess. So I like doing game start. It takes a little longer. We can see all the character portraits. It's really nice pixel art for a game. Hold up here, you're going. Alright. So beginning part's the same. Just gonna jump through dude. Jump over dude. Alright. And here. Circle spells, hold person. Now it's gonna hold this spell in your queue essentially until you leave the floor. Jump over that guy. Alright, so we got a little dwarf coming up. As soon as we see him, we're going to throw a hold person. And we're going to miss him, obviously, because that's great. Alright. Again, you can only cast spells out of combat. It's going great. Oh, that's... Right. I am doing amazingly well. Your lights, because I'm doing great. Back to hold person. Alright, go through the door. Pretend that happened first try. Go through this door. Pull in the hole. Hold B. Press right. Wait for the spell to hit the guy. Then you move or jump right through him. That is the downside about this. You can outrun the spells. So you get to the guy before your spell does a lot of the time. And if you miss pit jumps like this and Cold Moon's in the lead, get me out, Q. You know, it's game over. We do have a limited amount of spell power. See, we held the Stove Ghost. feel this protection from evil would be a lot better than hold person in a lot of instances here, but hold person will work. To stop the guys. Now this is a little spell heavier because you do protection from evil lasts about 8 seconds. And just take the spell to the face. Good job. So you do have to cast it quite a lot if you're gonna go this route. You could also just hit select to jump through most of these guys, like I do when they the very beginning of the normal run. When you do it, his timing is a little weird, but this room still sucks no matter how much protection from evil you have. Should be able to run right through you. Means I've bounced off him a lot still, because it takes a lot to get through. Jump over the acid. The spell ran off there. The only reason you could tell is I was taking a lot of damage from touching him. And this room is awful. Yay, game over. Graceland walks really slow, jumps as fast as everybody else runs, and has a really floaty jump. So if you're doing this casually, these pits, you're going to want to be Graceland because it's so much easier. But Old Moon's dead, the staff's in the pit there, so you can't actually finish this run. That's sort of a demonstration. Just, like, you can use Hold Person and Protection from Evil to make these passages through guys a lot easier, but Goldman has to be in the lead, so it's its own risk. But yeah, let's see if I can get a normal run done where I do the enemy set routing strats. Time starts, and run. Can't fall down. If you have Tasselhoff in the front there, she will disarm the traps. Ow. Alright, forgot to switch guys when I jump through you. And so we'll do it here. Cleared him, that's good. Hold up. There you go. Dwarves are obnoxious. You do have to make sure you're holding only up or only down when you're trying to transition through a door. So you're pressing a direction, you'll start running as opposed to going through a door. Run. It's relatively short. Relatively short route or short game. Takes a bit of practice to get used to the feel of jumping through guys. Get a feel for, you know, when's the perfect pixel or perfect spot to jump to get to the doors. Like I said, there's still some RNG where, you know, with getting through the guys, particularly the trap room, because Stern and Raceland can die exactly the same time, which will save a bunch of frames, because you only get the screen flash from the character transition once as opposed to twice. It's not a huge amount of time save, but it's the ideal situation there for saving the most time. And Genera's dying up here would have been a little bit better. They both died at the same time. We got the one flash. I am worried, but Goldman is really, really low. You notice party members in the front row can take damage, even if they're not in the very front. Oh man, you didn't kill him. Get in the door. So, foot on that pebble, boing. Foot on that pebble, boing. Alright, get rid of him. Bottom floor. Ignore this spider because he does nothing. Many dragons. Imagine trying to fight these. Boing, boing. Ow, don't reload me. Good. Go left, run through spider, jump through door. Go right, jump through door. Go right, walk through ghost, jump through door. Go right, ignore the spider. Ignore the sling stick, jump through guy. Jump through door. And safety select to get through the guy. You have a bit of a window for when you can hit select and how far you are from the creature for that to work properly. Protection from evil, so the dragon doesn't hurt us when we're touching it. If you're fast enough, it'll still be active when you get to this guy. And the annoying spider. There is a pixel you can jump, but stabbing at it seems to be pretty effective. If you hit it, if you get it in the right spot where you're going to hit it, you'll be able to walk right through it. I swung at it, I got bumped a couple times, and then I got through it. If you just run at it and try jumping at it, unless you hit the one specific pixel that you can get through him safely, you won't go anywhere. It'll kill you. Very slowly, but it'll kill you. So protection from evil, cast it pretty late into that one guy, so it's still active through both the trolls, so they can't hurt us. Come here, hit dragon. If you can hit the B the second you're able to, or the frame you're able to, not a lot of time to save there, but I jump at the discs because it does give me a little more time to hit select, and rather than just running over them. It might not actually matter. And time, and your guy disappears. Obviously I wasn't running a timer there, but it's fairly simple. You can do some simple, you can heal if you get low to be safe. The only forced resets is when you lose Gold Moon and the Crystal Staff. If Gold Moon dies on the ground, you can have Riverwind pick up the staff and you can still finish the run. If you're going for a good time though, I mean, you still sub 10 if that happens pretty easily. But yeah, if you're looking to get a competitive runtime in, you know, that would be a reset if Gold Moon never actually dies. But you can finish it with Riverwind, throwing the stick at the dragon. But yeah, so that is Heroes of the Lance. You know, I'm on Discords. Drop me any messages on questions here, it's fine. Answer what I can, and hopefully get more people running this, because it's a game that anyone played in their childhood or ever has either been really vexed by or confused by. Yeah, I played a lot of this, and I've gotten to the sewers a couple times as a kid, but I never saw the dragon. Trying to play this and fight the monsters, it's just such a difficult game. But the speedrun's really simple, and the routing's really simple. The map's a little weird looking, but you just follow along a run to learn the doors you jump through, and yeah, it's not a very long, difficult game. So good luck, thanks for watching, and hope to see more people on the boards.